Today, we're going to be talking about resolutions, because why not? I do resolutions a little bit differently than everyone else, or at least that's what I've come to understand from the years and years that I have been asked and asked in return about people's resolutions. It seems like people will have, I don't know, at most 5. They're usually the basics like lose weight, eat less sugar, exercise more, travel more, stuff like that. And while all of those things are also part of my resolutions, mine are a lot more specific and I have a lot more of them. To help me out with that, I have a lot of implements, I suppose. I make lists. Big fan of lists, regardless of what it is, but I try to make resolutions or goals that are achievable because I like being able to cross something off. So instead of saying something very vague like lose weight, I will say lose X amount of pounds or get down to X percentage of body fat or something like that. I like to have concrete goals that I can achieve. But when it's something like weight or percentage of body fat or whatever, that I try to keep in mind that that is flexible and that it fluctuates a lot. So I try not to be too hard on myself on that. I try not to set too crazy of goals at a time. Like I said, I have this notebook, I have this awesome planner, and I also have the back of my door. And the back of my door is great. I use it all the time, as most people do, the backs of their doors. But I have a plethora of post-it notes that I put up on the back of my door, color coordinated, and I kind of change them in and out on a relatively frequent basis, at least monthly. I will go ahead and show you that. Here it is, the back of the door. I get bored sometimes, and I'll go and buy those small post-it notes and waste paper. It's great. The pink post-it notes right there are books that I own that I've been meaning to read and just haven't gotten around to yet. The purple ones are TV shows and movies that I own that I haven't watched yet. For TV shows at least, I do episodes. So each one of these is either a movie or a single episode. The blue ones are my New Year's resolutions / things that I want to accomplish this year. And the yellow ones in the middle are things that I want to do this month being January. This was the back of the door. And all of that wasted paper. Okay, so as I was saying, this notebook right here is awesome. I decided to turn it into a goals journal. So I tend to have my goals or resolutions for the year. I will write them down at the beginning of the year, and then throughout the year I will revise that list, because hopefully I will have crossed things off or I will have added things, so it's never the same list over and over. This year I'm not going to go over everything that I have on my list, but I will go over a couple of things. Visit 5 more states. I've been to 27, I think, so I still have a ways to go, but I'm over halfway there, so there's that. Read at least 1 book a month, so that's 12 right there. And then another thing that I want to do monthly is participate in a run of some kind, preferably for charity. Like, of course, I can just grab one and be like, oh, like the bubble run that I did in 2019. I don't actually believe that was for any specific charity. It was just kind of a, let's go do this. The first one I will be doing is at the end of the month, and I think I will go ahead and make a separate video for that. but it's not for a charity, but it's for a good cause, in my opinion. I have things like work on flexibility and work on balance, which I feel like I should always have on here, but I don't. Work on French, those are the ones that are very nebulous, very, how do you measure this? I try not to have very many of those because, like I said before, I like to be able to measure stuff. So I have a couple of outlines that I want to work on, the basic outline and the in-depth outline. There are several classes that I'm taking right now, online, like certificate courses. I have those on here that I want to start them and I want to pass them. And then I have paying down debt, of course. I would like to move. I have some fun things like working on certain scripts, particularly for like YouTube videos. There are a couple of tattoos I want to get. I want to publish 2 books I've been working on. I want to learn how to play the ukulele, or at least start learning how to play the ukulele. But yeah, go to a new country, like one I haven't been to before, not a new one, not like discover a new country. But yeah, those are this year's resolutions in the notebook. But then I also have this guy, which is an amazing, just awesome looking planner. I was so happy when I found this. It's great. I love it. It came with this part on here, so that's not just me trying to be all whatever. It's a planner. I like planners, and it's great because it like helps you keep organized and all that fun stuff. Like, this is the beginning of January's. And then it has the month at a view, and it has tiny little things in here that are kind of encouraging, but not. Like, at the very end of the week, there's always this shit to remember section, which is great. Because the more places I have to make lists, the better. This is February's page. And then you have a monthly goals and some more lists. And then at the beginning of every month, there's this tiny little circle at the bottom that says, make this month your bitch. And I love it. I guess I don't need to sing this thing's praises too much, but it's awesome. We're 4 days into the new year, and I've already used a lot of the stickers that they have available, which are awesome. I love this thing. I love it so much. I haven't written in it as much as I have previous ones, mostly because I'm a little self-conscious about it. I don't really feel like this is something I can necessarily take out at work and just have it laying off to the side, whereas all of my other ones have been, oh look, it's a picture of the Eiffel Tower, or there's just blank. This is not blank, and as much as it makes me feel motivated and happy, you can't really just put it on your desk somewhere, or on a table at a coffee shop or something. But this is my thing. I have many goals for this year, and like I said before, that changes. I don't know, vibe, I guess, of the year changes as it goes. I very rarely try to, like, this is how the year is going to go and stick to it, because things change. Your life and everything that's happening is in flux, and nothing's gonna stick to your schedule, even if you want it to. This turned into a motivational talk really quickly. I didn't mean for it to. This was just supposed to be a really quick video that I could put together and get out so that you know vaguely what's on my mind and what I'm thinking about for the new year. I hope that putting together your list for this year is not as big of an issue as it was previously. Good luck, and I believe in you. Bye.